In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. So we're starting our journey with Dream Job Community and having this program by the people for the people. So here we are going to connect with each other beyond the boundaries, beyond the race, with the help of value, and where we are supporting each other to grow and to learn, and also to make sure that we are all in one good place. Thank you for joining and want you to add value however possible you can. Be part of the Dream Job Community, and that's where we're going to add value to everyone. Our purpose is beyond boundaries, beyond the race. So looking into Dream Job Community is where we are going to add value for everyone. Thank you for joining. Keep growing, keep learning. Make sure that you have your friends and colleagues who get to know the opportunity, understand the value, and also support each other. So we have our first position for General Manager, and we have with us Mr. Khalid. Let's hear from him. Thank you, Mr. Khalid, for joining us. So please introduce yourself. Let's say, what do you do, what you have done, your history, your education. Let's hear from you.
Okay, my name is Khalid Farooq. I'm from Pakistan, and I started my education with the BE Mechanical. Okay, after doing my BE Mechanical, I joined Toyota in the After Sales Service Department, and I worked there around 2.5 years. While being there, I took a lot of initiatives on their quality and technical issues. Then also ISO 9000, ISO 14000, and I also won the award for the Kaizen there. Okay. While I was there, I realized that I should know more about the management aspects of the organization. So I started my MBA from one of the reputed institute in Pakistan, which is IBA. Okay. So while I was doing my MBA in the evening, I got another opportunity from Hyundai in Pakistan. They were starting their operations in Pakistan, and they wanted to build their network in the after sales service area. So I again joined them in the after sales service area. And in my main jobs, my duties were to grow their network in the after sales service area. When I completed my MBA, I got an opportunity into Total Lubricants in Pakistan, and I was responsible for the fleet and the key accounts management. Okay, so I worked there around 6.5 months. Then there was another American company. They wanted to start their operation in Pakistan, and I applied for that, and I got selected as the country head for Pakistan. Now, I joined them because it gave me more opportunities as I had to work at the national level in the diverse industries. Before I was only limited to the automotive, but when I joined Snap-on, I came across with different industries, be it oil and gas, defense, manufacturing, all the industries, and across the country. So when I was in Snap-on, I came to Saudi Arabia for Hajj, and I applied here, and I got the opportunity here in Petromin Express as a business development manager. At that time, they wanted to grow their business vertical in the automotive. So I worked with them around 3.5 years, and I added 3 new business lines in their segment, which was this workshops, automotive workshops, then quick service centers for the big commercial vehicles like trucks and buses, then tire division, and some car care division. So I worked there around 2.5 years. Then there is another company called Drive 7 in Saudi Arabia, who specialize in car care business, like window film tinting and car detailing. So I joined them again as a business development manager here in Riyadh, and I worked with them around 2 years. While I was working there, there's an Italian company, which is lubricant company, E&I Lubricants. They came here in Saudi Arabia, and Naft Fuel Company was their distributor. So they wanted to start their service centers in Saudi Arabia. So they hired me as a general manager. I worked there for around 6 years with them, and I was responsible for the P&L, complete operations, staff hiring, ERP development, you can say all operations for them. So then this company was taken over by another company, Sasco. So they wanted to they wanted to move out of their non-core businesses. They wanted to focus on the fuel business. So they closed some divisions, and then I got an opportunity from one company based in Dubai, which is called Fast Track. They wanted to come here in Saudi Arabia as a foreign investment company and start their operations here. So I joined them as a country head, and they mainly had 2 divisions. Number one, the automotive services for the cars, multi-brand cars, and they had the digital division, which is for the car inspection. So I'm currently heading them.
Good. So now overall, the idea is you're looking into automotive industry, or are you open to work in other industries as well? Because your majorly experience is in the automotive.
My major experience is in automotive and the lubricants. So both, I'm open for both divisions. Plus, when you say automotive, I can also work with the fleet and logistics divisions, which are the back-end operations for a lot of logistic companies. So they have their fleets, where they do the operation of those fleets and also the management of those fleets. So my focus can be on the automotive companies, car rental companies, then some logistics companies as well.
And also in sales, or because majorly you have experience with the business development and sales, right?
Yes.
Or you're talking about operations as well?
Sales, front end, or also the operations as well. So I have worked in all the areas, the front end sales, which is mainly, currently B2C sales, which is retail, okay? And all related activities like business development, promotions, marketing activities for them. Plus back-end operations, if you say team management, then ERP development, staff hiring, then SOP developments, okay? So everything,
So multiple departments, multiple areas. I've seen one of your highlight is to adding or increase the revenue by 5.5 million. That is something that you think 30% increase in sales, that is something that you think is your USP to bring in to any organization that you will join?
Yes, whenever I go in an organization, I see, okay, what are the current operations and what are the related activities that can be increased. Now, what I learned from the sales experience, okay, that we only have to focus on main three activities. Number one is increasing the customers, okay. Number two, we try to bring those customers back to us, okay. And then third activity is that we try to sell more to the same customer. So anything in the sales we do, they lie within these three categories. Either we are trying to increase customer, either we are trying to sell more to the same customers, okay, or we are trying to bring them back and we increase their frequency. So these are the only three ways to increase the sales in any business.
Okay, Khalid, now in current, your history, your work as a general management, what's the most challenge you face it in this place or in this position, and how you solve it?
The number one challenge what I learned from the experience is the culture of the organization which you are working in. Some organizations are very agile, they are adaptive to change, okay, they are go-getters. But some organizations, when they grow big, they become very slow, they become very bureaucratic. Okay. So you have to work against the culture of the organization within that organization. And with this, Saudi being multicultural, most of the companies, they are at the top management, they are local top management, but at the bottom and the middle management, there are people come from the diverse background. So the culture, internal culture, it's the biggest challenge, I think.
Okay. So what is the most important, I can say, as a project, you handle it under this position also?
Most of these projects are new, of these companies were new projects, okay. So I had to start, and whenever I do for the business development, I start from the customer, okay, and I start from the market. So what we see, okay, that what is the customer requirement in the market, then what is the competitive landscape available in the market, and how do we position ourselves, okay. Once we do it, then we started working reverse on that, okay. Once we know, okay, where are we positioning ourselves, let's say we have, in any industry, we have three segments, either premium segment or luxury segment, mid-tier segment or low-tier segment, okay. So once we know, okay, where are we working, according to that, I design my business, okay. So according to that, I select my ERP, okay. According to that, I select my people, according to their competencies and their operations. Similarly, the geographic locations. Suppose if I go for the low tier business, then I have to be in the, you can say, B or C class of the, within the cities or the geography, okay. If I go for the premium class, then I have to increase my price, okay. I have to have a very good presentation for my centers, okay, and I only focus on the premium customers and on those geography. So whenever I start for the new business development, I start with the customer.
Okay, amazing.
Okay, good. So tell me, if any company is going to hire you, One thing is they may want to hire you as a head of a department instead of head of the whole organization, or maybe general manager for a specific division or specific branch. How are you going to add value to the organization?
See, the number one, I have to understand, what organization wants from me. Okay, what is that organization and what they want from me. Okay, number one, my competencies should be aligned with their future vision and the mission of the organization. Number one. Number two, now suppose if I'm in the business side of the, or you can say broadly revenue side of the organization, then I have to focus more on their revenue generation. Okay, and then everything has to be aligned with that. But suppose if I'm on the operation or the cost side of the business, then my focus has to be on the cost reduction, efficiency increase, and the productivity increase of that organization.
I heard one of my ex-GM earlier, one of the bosses, and that's early in my career. He said everyone has to do the sales. So do you have this mentality as well, like, being a GM and you talk about the sales and revenue and all? So do you think all the team members that you have in the company, they are the ones supposed to make sales?
I totally agree, because, when we say about the sales, there are some external customers and internal customers. The one you are talking about is the internal customers. So within the organization, we have to sell our ideas, we have to sell our initiatives, and we have to do a lot of, teamwork and lobbying. So, I agree with you.
And if you agree, Wijdan, there are some people, they come and what they do is they try to use consultants and they bring third party instead of doing things that they can do themselves. For example, you have already ISO 9001 experience, Kaizen, right? So will you go and implement it by yourself, or will you bring someone from outside and, because that's an extra cost to the company, right? So as a head, as a GM, what's your take? Will you do it yourself, or will you bring someone from outside?
Being a professional, I will always go for the guy who has professional expertise in his own field. General manager doesn't mean, I have to do everything by myself. General manager means, we have to manage all these areas. But if we need professional expertise in that area, we should resort to that. Okay. So let's say, okay, if you say ERP implementation, okay, we have general idea, okay, how to do the implementation, but we are not experts. Similarly, you can say, about this ISO implementation. Internally, we know what is the basic work within the department we have to do for the QSPs or QSMs, okay, and how to maintain those standards, what to commit and what not to commit, okay, within that organization operations, okay. But I will always go for the expertise. But once you say consultant, there are consultants who are general consultants, okay, who give you the market research and things, and the other one who are the subject matter experts. You can say in environment, you can say in ISO, okay, or anywhere else.
Okay, good. So I think the last part from my end I would like to ask is loyalty, because I've seen in your profile you worked in different companies, 3 years, another, like one of them is only just 1 year, another 4 years, right? So if anyone wants to hire you, they of course want to go maybe for a long term, because they want to see long-term results in the vision mission, as you mentioned. But you cannot achieve the vision if the employee just come and join for like a month or a year, right? So where do you stand in terms of joining the company for long term, or are you looking for like a short gig?
See, at my age, I don't have any other option. I cannot experiment switching now. Okay. So if you say about the loyalty, there is no question about that. Okay, so I will not switch, but it depends on the circumstances within the country, within the organization. Okay, so wherever I have switched, it was circumstantial, not because of that, from my own initiative. But it was aligned with my own career path. Okay, I knew, okay, I'm an engineer, I have some expertise in that, and I am basically a sales and business development professional. Okay. So if a company wants to continue in the same direction, or I have the same role, then it's okay. If company says, okay, no, we are going in the other direction, and this is my own decision.
But what about, like, do you adapt to change, or will you say goodbye, thank you very much?
No, I have always adapted to change, and I have always taken a new challenges. If you see, when I started in Snap-on, it was a zero, there was nothing on the ground. Okay. Similarly, in Petromin, when I started from the scratch. In all these new businesses, I started from the scratch. And as I told you, the culture plays very important role within the organization. So if you say, okay, if a professional has to just stay in the organization for long term, okay, 10 years, 15 years, and he's doing only one job for the rest of his life, and he doesn't know what is happening in the market, and he's not changing himself, okay? He's not improving himself. So then I think this is a professional death for any candidate. So, and especially now when we have new technology, so people of my age, they have to adapt, they have to be agile, and they have to be very responsive to the new culture.
Okay, Khalid, as a leader, as you know, the communication, it's very important to you with the team.
Yes.
So can you please explain for me more about the challenge you are faces with the team about the communication?
See, communication, number one is the language barrier in Kingdom here, okay, because at different levels, Arabic, most of the people who are coming from diverse background, they do not know Arabic, okay? So similarly, we are not as expert in Arabic, okay? So this was first thing. But initially, how we encountered that, okay, we took some local people who are very good with you can say English or other languages and their Arabic. So we use them. But now I think it has become easier now, okay? Because whatever we say, we can easily translate it to the stuff. So this was one barrier. But I think the other barrier in the communication is about the clarity of the mission and the objective. So once if every level, if their objective is clear, okay, then our job becomes easy, okay? So a technician should know, okay, what his main responsibility is, okay? Similarly, manager level and at the different levels, if their objective is clear, then communication becomes easy, and when communication becomes easy, the job becomes easy.
Totally agree.
I would like to add here, because when you talk about this whole concept and methodology and management of people, so you set up like KPIs, you have experience with KPIs and setting objectives for teams?
Yes. See, there are all, different level of KPIs. We have always worked at the, top management level, which are business KPIs and the operational KPIs.
Yes.
So whichever business we start, we define those KPIs, okay? They should be at different level, they should be simple, okay? Suppose if we talk about the technician level, we say, okay, your productivity and your efficiency, so, and customer satisfaction. Then manager level, we say, okay, this is your revenue KPIs, and then there is customer satisfaction KPI, CSIs, okay? Similarly, at the top management level, we say, okay, network level or geographic level KPIs. So then at the top management level is the business, what is the, you can say, net profits or different level of the
So
P&L.
yes, Mr. Khalid, thank you very much for joining, and it's very good to hear from you. At the end, the conclusion, as you know, this is our mock interview and preparing you for the market as well, and of course reaching to our different talent acquisition experts, right, and headhunters. But I think at the end, for us, the conclusion is, if we are hiring, then we would give you a consideration and chance you to join the company and bring the value that you can based on your 22 years of experience.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Pleasure.
much, Khalid.
Thank you.